What's going on, everyone? So, unfortunately, the Lakers season is officially over, but LeBron James went out with an absolute bang. Now, I know Lakers Nation, we're disappointed. We wanted an NBA championship, but looking back in all of just the roller coaster ride that was this season, to be in this position to begin with is just ridiculous. And LeBron James, in 48 minutes, which means he played pretty much the entire game, gave us 40 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 15 of 25 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, 2 steals, and only 1 turnover. The guy did everything he could. Our second leading scorer was Anthony Davis, who was 6 of 15 from the field with only 21 points. LeBron did his part. And he was like that pretty much the entirety of the season. He had an incredible run, year 20, age 38, right when you think Father Time is coming to an end. He was able to turn back the clock on numerous occasions throughout this season to just keep us afloat. He breaks Kareem's all-time scoring record, and he unfortunately ends up getting hurt. He needs to have foot surgery, and what ends up happening is he's never really quite the same. He didn't have the explosiveness that he had earlier in the season, but I do believe that this offseason, he'll have his foot surgery, and he'll be right back to being LeBron James once again. Now, obviously, eventually, he's going to start showing some declines, and there is some of those signs, but I don't expect him to just completely fall off a cliff, right? From going from averaging 30 points a game in the regular season and 23, 24 a game in the postseason, I don't think that that's just going to, all of a sudden, he's going to be a 15-point-a-game guy. He's too good, too talented, too intelligent. He's going to get 20 points per game just stepping on the basketball court. But now we have gotten reports that this very well may have been LeBron James's last year. So according to Chris Haynes, breaking, Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James is unsure if he'll be with the team when 2023-2024 season starts in fall, and retirement is under consideration, league sources tell at NBA on TNT. Jovan Buha also says LeBron James with a cryptic ending to his press conference. I got a lot to think about just personally with me moving forward with the game of basketball. I got a lot to think about. I was also added, I got a lot to think about. This is his quotes. I got a lot to think about just personally with me moving forward with the game of basketball. I got a lot to think about. So again, LeBron James relaying this information. Now, if I'm being honest, I don't buy it. I don't think he's going to retire. He just signed a 2-year deal that takes place next year. He does have a player's option in year 2, so technically he only has 1 year of obligations. I fully expect him to stay in the league to go play with his son, right? That's what he wants to do. That's his ultimate goal. Now, here's the thing though. Even though I don't think he will, there is always the possibility that he could look at this as, I could go take a break for a year or two, get my body right, get everything right, go do this foot surgery, get that all together, get myself good. My son enters the NBA. He gets drafted by whatever team. I come out of retirement and I go and decide to sign with the team that my son plays for, do that for a year or two, and then I go and ride off into the sunset. Michael Jordan retired numerous times. So LeBron James to retire after year 20, passing Kareem, doing all the things that he accomplished this year, going and getting his foot right, going and getting his body right. I mean, he is a machine when it comes to just health and fitness and exercise. And, you know, you've heard all the stories about him pumping millions of dollars into his body. He could do that all next year. His son, who is going to USC, he can kind of have time to work with Bronny and go see all the games and kind of play dad. You know, he's not going to step away from basketball. He's still going to be doing his workout regime. He's still going to be doing everything that he's doing. He'll still probably be playing pickup, probably be doing all kinds of stuff, right? Take that year, then Bronny goes to whatever, Detroit or something like that, and then LeBron James goes and signs with Detroit for a year or two, plays with his son, and he's done. I could see that happening. I just don't think that he's going to be able to do that. I don't think he's going to be able to fully step away right now. I think he's going to feel like there's unfinished business. I also think that part of this might be pressure for the Lakers to not just stand pat, right? The Lakers and LeBron James were just in the Western Conference Finals. Lakers are a legit contender, but they clearly needed a little bit more. D'Angelo Russell was a big question mark, right? He basically completely disappeared in the postseason. There's the looming, ever looming, I should say, Kyrie Irving that is out there. You have Austin Reeves, you have Rui Hachimura, you have several guys that are all free agents. The Lakers have a lot that they need to work out, a lot that they need to figure out. If LeBron James doesn't like the way that the roster is constructed, let's say that they let everybody go and they just say, oh, like we're going to kind of go young and, throw Max Christie into a starting role and, the 17th pick is going to be our guy and we're just going to, we're going to live with what we live with. We're going to get rid of, instead of trying to trade Mo Bamba and Malik Beasley to go get another piece. We're just going to let them go. We're not going to pay the money. We're not going to do the things necessary to put us in position for an NBA championship, right? If the Lakers front office does that, why would LeBron want to stick around and kill himself for a year? He might as well do what I previously mentioned. So I think that this is more pressure on the Los Angeles Lakers. We've seen LeBron do this pretty much his whole career, which is why he always signs 1+1 deals like with Cleveland and stuff like that, because he wants the pressure on the organization and he wants the control to basically get out if he needs to. And so he's committed. He signed the 2-year deal, the 1+1, and I think he's looking at it as like, hey, if you don't do what you are supposed to do, I'm just going to retire and I'll come back when my son comes back. Because after this year, my contract would expire anyway. So if I retire this year, I have no obligation to you beyond this year. And I could just go wherever I want. That is very likely what this essentially boils down to. I don't really for a second believe that LeBron James is going to not return. Maybe, depending on the foot surgery, although LeBron James said if he had foot surgery, no one would know about it. He also relayed that he would be ready to go for the regular season. So I have no other reason to doubt that. I trust what he said and what he put out there himself. But if the foot surgery does take a little time, I wouldn't be shocked if he takes a little while. Unfortunately, he can't restructure his contract, right? He either has to obligate his contract or he has to retire, right? It's not like because he already signed that contract, it's not like the NFL where you go restructure it or do different things, right? He can't take less money now that this roster so he can go get a piece or something like that, right? He's got his contract locked up. He either has to oblige to it or he has to say, I'm done. I'm going to retire and I'll return when my son comes back to the NBA. I think LeBron feels the Laker team is close. And, I mean, in reality, they were. Yes, the Lakers got swept. Yes, it sucks. But the reality is we weren't that far behind. I mean, at 3 of the 4 games total were a 17-point total or 16-point total difference. Like, literally, like, this entire series was 1 or 2 just moments tweaked, right? If the Lakers just got one key stop or one key bucket or Nikola Jokic didn't make those Hail Mary shots or, Jamal Murray doesn't make the crazy Hail Mary shots, right? Like some of those things, if it just falls the other way, the Lakers might have swept Denver, right? Every game, I mean, even the last game was decided by 2 points. Every one of these games was that close, that tight. And I think he's looking at it as like, hey, we're right there. We are extremely close, but we're not close enough yet. And I'm only going to stick around if you're going to do that. We saw the pressure that he put on the Lakers organization to get them to do the trades at the trade deadline, right? There was all kinds of reports and rumors about stuff about, him potentially demanding a trade in the offseason and, You know, if he's not satisfied, then it's just what he does. He's always put the pressure on the organization because as long as he is on the roster, he wants to compete for championships. And he was 8 wins away. And I think he's looking at this as I have stuff that I need to do in the offseason to get me right and get me ready to go, including surgery. And why am I going to do that stuff if you're just going to sit on your hands? I need you to do your part. I'll go do my part. And let's go try to win an NBA championship. That's my guess. I don't buy that LeBron James is retiring. It's LeBron James, so if he did, I don't think it would shock anybody. But I don't see it. I don't think he's going to turn down the $50 million a year that he's about to get. I just don't see that being the case. I don't see him, after being this close, saying, like, I'm done and walking away when you have a team that's right there. I just think that he wants the Lakers to really just kind of make a push and, go push chips to the table. Let's go all in. That kind of thing. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Agree with me? Disagree with me? Do you think that, it's just a ploy? This is typical LeBron ploy. He's just trying to get some pressure on the organization to do what is necessary to contend. Do you think no? He very likely might retire. Definitely, I want to explore a few things in case he does. So look forward to those kinds of things for those that made it to the end of the video. But anyway, again, like I said, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, love to hear it.